Next question is that in this case, as we are thinking of staying together, what are some of the things that we should look out for whilst we are in marriage? What are the things that we should watch out for? Because there are certain things when you are doing, you can realize, you can just tell that this is not going to end very well. What are those things? Can you tell us some of the things that we should avoid?
I would say give your partner your time as much as possible.
Okay.
We're we're in a society where we're running, you're going here, you're going there, you're doing this, you're doing that. And you could start to grow apart. And when you see that growing apart start to happen, stop and think, wait a minute, I used to do so and so with my partner, or when's the last time we actually went out for a meal?
Okay.
Or we took, we made somebody come in and
babysit
the children
whilst we go out,
and so we could communicate, whereas you just sit in a room and just relax. When was the last time that happened? So look about time, look about space, look about doing things together. It's this constant running, doing this, doing that. Having your set of friends, having his set of friends or whatever.
Yeah.
It's good to have hobbies. And let them do what they want. Football or tennis or whatever. But you and he, or you and that person, are one.
Okay.
And this where I think we fall down. We forget we're one.
Okay.
And we just head off and do what we want.
So the person's feeling does not matter to you, basically.
Yeah.
So because their feeling doesn't matter to you, you don't even feel what they feel. So you just get on with your life.
Yeah.
And that's one of the major things that is breaking relationship.
Yeah.
And can you tell me a bit about finance? I think from the little that I know and with my little experience, I realized that financial strain do break marriages a lot. I think if you work it out, apart from everything, we will play financial role. Financial role can play a role in this for about maybe 50%. So can you tell us a bit about the financial aspects as well?
Well, I can only speak from my experience.
Of course.
When the children were growing up,
okay,
my husband was working and I was not.
Okay.
So he handled
everything. Okay.
When the children got a bit older, maybe 10, 11, I went back to work.
Okay.
And then we made agreements on who would cover what. We've never had a joint anything because I found that we did disagree a lot.
Okay.
We did disagree a lot.
I told you this is real. You can hear that, right? So that doesn't mean that when people are together, nothing is going on. You see people outside, you think it's rosy. And I'm glad that Mrs. Johnson is being very real with all of us today, so that by the time we finish listening, whether it's 10 minutes, 5 minutes, you would definitely get something. And like I said from the beginning, this might not be for you. It might be for your niece, for your sister, for your friend. Please pass it on so that we can continue to be a blessing to others. Okay, please continue.
So we would disagree about finances a lot. And I was never fully working. I was either working part-time or temping. So he still handled the bigger things.
Right.
But I would take on the responsibility of the smaller things and whatever my money could cover, which is normally the children and the groceries, etc. So what I would say is you find a template that works for you.
Okay.
If joint works for you, all well and good. If joint doesn't work for you, find something that does. Maybe a joint account and you have one account for yourself and the husband or partner has an account for themselves. So everything for the house and the home and the bills is covered with the joint, but you still have something for yourself.
Right.
Because that does cause tension.
It does.
So,
it really does.
So you find a template that works for you.
So with this template, Mrs. Johnson is talking about this minute. I don't know if you have templates. I don't have templates. And I'm going to draw templates for myself as the moment we end with this. Some of the templates could be what? Because these days, what I've realized is that a lot of women, some women are entrepreneurs like myself. Some women are very, high in career. I've met incredible women that are earning 3 times what their spouse is earning. So with that, sometimes there's a little bit tension there. How do we work this out? Because if the woman is earning a lot, okay, we finish with the kids aspects where the woman is now going back to work. And the woman is earning twice of what the man is earning. Do you think it's fair for the woman to be paying more than the man?
That is something that you would have to discuss and come to some arrangement.
Okay.
It may not work the first time around.
Right.
But just keep communicating. It's very important,
right,
especially with money.
Right.
Keep communicating until you find that thing that works for you. If the woman is earning twice as much, great. But there will always be a time she will be earning twice as much.
Oh, absolutely.
And when she's not earning twice as much and then he comes up now, he starts to build up and starts taking more and more responsibility. How will she feel? Right. How will he feel?
Okay.
So it's important to communicate in that aspect.
Right.
If you can't, get financial advice. That's what it's there for. Right.
Okay. I don't know, viewers. I don't know whether you are in this situation and this is the clear advice that get financial advice, because that's what financial advisors are there for. So please, let's get that, so that, because I think finance play a big role between two couples. So if we can get that aspect sorted, the rest can be dealt with, with a bit of prayer backing it. Okay. And now the next question is that what is this thing about 50-50? Women are paying. Well, now we are in a page where the woman is earning okay, the man is earning okay. I mean, we are bringing it home. Do I have to pay 50 for the man to pay 50 because I'm earning the same with the man? No. Okay, so what should we do? Because this 50-50 is a big issue.
Yeah, find a balance.
Okay.
Find a balance. It might be 60-40. It might be 70-30. Find a balance. Because we know women, if you want to have a family, are not going to be earning at some point in their career or in their life.
Right.
So find that balance. 50-50 sounds great on paper. But life isn't like that. Okay. Life is not like that. If you can do 50-50, you're better than me. But, find that balance. Don't let money be your God.
Okay.
Don't let money dictate to you and your husband or your spouse. Don't let money do that, because it can control and then break up something that was really, really wonderful.
So at this point, viewers, we know how money can be in a relationship. Please, let's find a balance. And then obviously remember the template. Please, find some template somehow, and draw your own template and then sit down with your partner, or both of you do it together. So in that way, life become a bit easier, because especially when you have young ones. And believe you me, those of us who have teenagers, you can completely agree with me. Their feet grows every night. Do you understand? Their legs grows every night. Their arms grows every night. I literally do shopping like every quarter. So you can imagine, when it comes to that place, who does the shopping for the children, who picks the children up. And one of the areas that is very difficult, just yesterday I was discussing it with a client of mine, and she was saying that her problem is that there is no structure in the marriage. She was telling me a bit about her marriage. She said that her problem is there's no structure. So because there's no structure in the marriage, it's very difficult. And the simple structure that she was trying to set up is just telling the man that, okay, maybe you're working from home every Tuesday and Wednesday, just pick our daughter up. The husband doesn't want to hear that. He doesn't want that responsibility. He just wants to, he wants you to ask him every day. And then if he feels like, okay, today I'll be able to, then I can go and pick the child up. So with this structure in relationship, I think it's very, very important. So what sort of structure would you say that when people are just newly married? Because statistic is telling us that between 2021 and 2022, which is just this year, there is a number of 177,000 divorce in 1 year. Come on, viewers, this is just call for alarm. Is it because there's no structure in a marriage? Is it because there's no communication? What sort of structure do you think we should put in our marriages so that at the beginning, you know, you were saying something like we should put a template. So is it at the beginning or after you have gone in the marriage?
No, you should.
Is it whilst you are courting and dating, you should start putting things in place, or because it doesn't matter, you go in and then after marriage, then you start, you know, trying to create a structure?
Obviously, before you're married, you know, you sit down and you talk, or you know, you have this long-term view.
Okay.
Right. Are we going to have children?
Okay.
Are we going to get to know each other first for X amount of time, and then talk about having children?
Okay.
Are we not going to have children, and why? You kind of set out a view, a long-term view. It may change as time goes by. Truly, the woman doesn't have the children on their own. You know, it takes two to make children.
Right.
Your job is not more important than mine.
Absolutely.
If the baby or the child is ill, it's not my. It's not up to me.
Okay.
To always go and pick up the child, take time off work, and nurse the child back to health. It's not. There, I would agree it is 50-50. If it's not possible, like you have a difficult employer, and some employers are still quite old-fashioned. Well, you know, where's your wife? Why can't she do it? Where's the mother of the child?
Right.
But there are laws now.
Right.
Employment laws that you have to follow.
Okay.
So, you know, be aware of what your employer has in place for such a situation. It won't be forever. As I said, the children grow up quick.
They do.
And they've gone.
Wow.
So this is another thing for discussion before marriage.
Before you get married.
What are the deal breakers?
Okay.
No, I'm not going to do that.
Right.
I don't feel comfortable in doing that.
Right.
Then you know from the
go start.
Yeah, from the get go.
Yeah.
I mean, we all live in a situation where hindsight is a marvelous thing.
Okay.
But we don't have it. So we have to work with what we have. But if we have a rough idea or a long-term view, then we can make it work. You can make it work. But it's not just down to mom. It's not just down to dad.
Okay.
It's not just down to the husband or the wife. It is a union, a marriage. Somebody has to take it on.
Right.
If I can't do it, you have to help me. And we help each other.
Wow.